On to the Division 4 game. I know already how Tommy feels about this one. He feels that all these teams are great. Everyone has a shot, and football is fun. So we will just rely simply on Tommy's mathematical over-unders at the end of this one.
Oh, I'm not even doing that.
Not even doing that. Deal, Tommy.
It'll be a football game at 1 o'clock on Friday. That's Candido. One team will be wearing dark uniforms. The other will be wearing lighter uniforms. There'll be some other gentlemen in the field wearing stripes. Actually, potentially ladies as well, wearing stripes. One of them will be wearing a white hat. And it should last roughly 3 hours, and temperature should be good.
I also would like to add another prediction that one of the UC coaches will be there wearing khakis that are maybe just a little tight, but, you know, they show off that he's been working out.
That's very possible.
Distinct possibility, but not a given. Again, shock, absolute shock. Patrick Henry, the 1 seed, University City, the 2 seed. Patrick Henry, they got confused last Friday and they showed up and accidentally played a basketball game, 64-48 against Del Norte. University City ended Coronado's season 49-15. So, guys, I think that all the signs are pointing, if I'm trying to read the tea leaves correctly, to this being an offensive game. Now, I could be completely wrong, because sometimes when you get that vibe going, it ends up being, you know, both the offense put too much emphasis and things get a little disjointed. You know, you're trying too hard to throw deep. It ends up being a low scoring game. So Colton, I see you nodding along. You're giving me the sense that this is going to be an offense heavy, you know, last team throwing for the end zone type game. Or what do you
I have an exact over under number in my mind.
Give us your prediction then.
112.5. I'd still probably take the over. It's going to be last possession wins. Samuel Cooper at University City is played out of his mind. Elijah Lux at Patrick Henry's played out of his mind. Both these offenses, neither of them are going to score less than 50. Game is going to break the scoreboard.
Bodie De Silva from Scorebook Live. I'm curious. You tend to always have a solid stat or two at your disposal. Do you have any idea what the highest scoring championship game of all time has been?
No, but remind me, and I will dive into the record books later, because that is interesting, and I would like to know that. Let's
at least do some cursory research to find out it, just in case they approach that. Like just because I would like to be ready if we do break that 112.5 points. I would be curious to know, like, just on the field, hey, congratulations, quarterback. You know, you just threw for enough.
Yeah. How many have broken 100? Because there are probably a couple, but
when I think back to the Jamon McClendon game, that was high scoring on one side, if I remember correctly. And then the Bishops El Camino game.
El Camino, yeah.
With Fuckner.
50s to 40s, something in there.
Yeah, that was closed. That had to have closed in on the 100+ point mark. But yeah, I would be curious. You know, there's probably someone that we're not thinking about that wound up just being an absolute thriller. But yeah, let's see if we can go that route and find out if this is going to be the highest scoring one of offensively of all time. Bodie, Colton brings up the quarterbacks, and he says they've been playing out of their minds. It feels like every week these teams have gotten better. And this is not something where, you know, Patrick Henry plateaued at week 5 and just hung on, or University City took too long to get their groove on. So what do you see in this game?
Yeah, that's something that both coaches said exactly yesterday at the luncheon. They obviously played each other not too long ago in league play, but they both feel that both teams have gotten better since then. And I would expect a lot of the same. Just looking on Patrick Henry's side, they've scored 64 in both playoff games. Going back before then, they've scored 42 or more in every game since early September. The only time that they didn't was against San Diego High, and we know that they create a lot of problems with running the ball, and it was still a game Patrick Henry won. So like you guys said, I think it's really high scoring. Really, I'll look for in the first half, does any team go 3 and out, because that might just create an easy scoring chance, and almost like breaking serve in tennis, if you get that second touchdown and go up double digits. So I'll have to go with Patrick Henry here. I think they're slightly the better team, but let's go 62-50. I'll go half a point under Colton's total.
I like it.
We'll put it on the poll at SD Prep Insider on Twitter and Instagram. Does Patrick Henry football put up 40 points just by getting out of bed in the morning? I want to say this, other than my intern deciding to chew a bone directly under the table here. Congratulations and a huge shout out to both of these programs in hugely divergent ways. For JT O'Sullivan at Patrick Henry, this has been something that's very directly linear. Like you can see all the steps, how he has taken over, given this program an identity, given them signature wins, and now they're in a championship. And for University City, this is, shout out on an immediate turnaround. New coaching staff comes in after what can only be considered, a couple of underwhelming seasons to close out with Ryan Price. Nothing of his fault, but just, I don't think that there was a feeling before the season that University City had a solid, we're going to the championships with this squad, no matter who's in charge. So new coaching staff comes in, new quarterback comes in, and that could very easily have just been, all right, they went 3-7. Okay, great. It's a building year. They're all trying to figure out each other, but to show up and go to a championship with a new squad, new school, new everything this first year, congratulations to both of these programs. Tommy, I know you're